Hi Leo, thank you so much for watching. As always, like, comment, subscribe, and the signs with the most activity, which is usually you, gets bonus readings. I'll put all your Leo readings together in a playlist, and thank you so much for all you do to support my channel. What key messages do you have for Leo? What key messages? What key messages do you have for Leo? So lots of messages here. And I just heard better to come. Treasure Island, between worlds, flexible, never-ending story. So I feel like with this is a specific message for someone if things aren't turning out how you always imagine them to. If things aren't going to plan right now, as you feel like your life's taking a weird turn or something that you didn't want, you didn't think that you'd ever do, you didn't even think it was a possibility for you, is what I'm feeling. You had to be flexible about something recently that you didn't, something like you didn't think you'd keep working somewhere, but you kept working, moving someone in, moving some sort of thing that you didn't want to do, but you had to be flexible about, is going to lead to some sort of reward. For some reason, it's going to lead to love and money for some of you. So it could be something that betters your financial state, or it could just be something totally random, but you help someone along the way and then you're repaid with true love and money. And a lot of you are just between worlds right now. You're between a good and a bad time. You're having good days, bad days. Sometimes things are stable, sometimes they're not. There's a lot of change happening, or if it hasn't happened yet, you really feel deep in your heart a huge change is coming, and you'd be correct. Then, like I see here, never-ending story, unfinished symphony. Never-ending story, unfinished symphony, and chaos and conflict. So in the past, you had a lot of chaos, a lot of conflict, a lot of pain, suffering, situations that you didn't want to deal with, chaos, conflict, no stability, just a lot of things happening. And some of you might have felt really overwhelmed by that and shut down a bit and just kind of feel like it's never ending things coming up, I just heard. And someone specifically with that happening thought immediately, oh, now I'm not going to find love, or it's going to delay me finding my person because now I have to deal with this, or now I have to do that, or something like that. But in a weird way, it's going to lead to love and finances. So this has a really different turn on it. So if you're going through something right now that you think is like the worst thing ever, or you just can't stand it, you can't wait for it to be over, you never want to do it, you don't want to deal with it, you could be surprised in some way. It like ignites some kind of karma for you where you find your soulmate, or it has some kind of financial benefit, or it turns out better than you would think. But I feel like it also came at a time we had other things going on, so that's why it was just overwhelming. And then the fates and soulmate here. So I feel like you're about to enter a fated connection for a lot of you, whether you could be looking for love or not. Like I said, whatever's happening lines things up so that it's time for love for some of you. And some of you feel like you finally meet the one, like you meet someone and you've never felt that way about anyone. Like it's just so unique, and you feel like it's a soulmate. It could be someone that you already know. It could be an ex for some of you, or it could be someone totally new. And all I know is when you meet this person, you'll know. It doesn't matter how many first dates you go on, there won't be one like that ever again, is what I just heard. So for some of you, that's how you'll know. It's like the first date's like a fairy tale for some of you, and the first date lasts all day, I just heard. So some of you thought you could have thought you were just going for a drink, and you ended up spending 24 hours with someone. It was some kind of story like that I'm seeing, and I just see two people at a table staring across from each other and just smiling and just infatuated with each other. Like just puppy dog love is what it looks like. So this is to come or already has come, and this person's coming back, or it's someone new for a lot of you, but this is a clue of how you'll know. More messages for Leo, sun, moon, rising, Leo, sun, moon, rising, Leo. Okay. So heart-to-heart conversation is under the deck. So I really feel a specific message for someone, whatever this conflict or troubling thing you have going on right now that you're not happy about, you don't want to deal with, some sort of issue, family issue, financial issue, a job loss, something like that for some people out there. In a weird way, it's going to lead you to romance. Like, for example, if you worked a job and your schedule was a certain way, you lost that job, so then you start a new job somewhere else, and that's where you meet this person, or then your schedules line up perfectly, something like that. And we have double confirmations of soulmate, and it's a fated connection. So this is a really special connection that is coming towards you. And we have engagement, flirt, honeymoon. So a lot of cards of travel and love and just happiness after a time that you thought something would turn out really badly, or something was so, you were in such a high state of stress, and then things just turned really nicely. And then for some of you, you meet this new person, you fall madly in love. This is who you choose, and you're excited about it, and you're just moving on with your life. Others of you, when you are with this person, the past will try and come back in some way to have a heart-to-heart conversation and cause chaos and conflict. But I feel like a lot of you are so done. Like, you're so done with this person. They could have, like, not only affected your mental health, but your physical or sexual health for some of you. And that was just like the last straw, the last time you saw them. You're so done with it, and you're so done with chaos and conflict and drama in your life. You just want peace and easy connections is what I'm really feeling. So you've leveled up, really, because you're not tolerating what you would have tolerated anymore. Because for some of you, took this person back many times, and it's just not going to happen anymore. So it means you've grown. Any more messages for Leo, please? Leo, sun, moon, rising. Yeah, so just what we were saying with the growth, evolution, you realize that obstacles are merely lessons on your path to love. Wow, and this one was flipped over. So self-love and evolution. Wow. Okay, so this past person was karmic in a way, that they literally came to teach you how to love yourself and how to level up in life. They want to express something to you, though. Wow, so this is really standing out here. So discernment and kindness right beside it. So discernment, it says, you're developing the skill to distinguish love from fear and truth from illusion. Truth from illusion is exactly what this connection was with your past person. You thought they were perfect. You thought they were this amazing thing, but it was all a freaking mask, and underneath they're rotting, is what I just heard. So you can now see what this person for what they really are. They're broken. They're broken beyond belief, broken beyond repair. Like someone that went through so much, had so much childhood trauma, abuse, has had so much turmoil and stressful, traumatic events in their life, that they're not capable of like recovering from it. And I just felt really sad when I said that. So it's just like this person's not helpable in a way, which I've never really felt this in a reading. It's weird. It's a weird energy. It's like I don't know if they're sick or something. I don't know. There is just this weird feeling that they feel like they're not going to be around for much longer, so they don't want to get things started with you. That's just somebody's story. But with this discernment card, I feel like you could never tell what was true and what was fake in this connection. You still don't know what was real and what was an illusion. You'll never know with this person. It's like one of those personalities that you can never tell what they're thinking or what they're going to do next, because you could think that you know them and the connection's really strong and the next day they're gone. Like there's just no rhyme to their reason. Like they just act impulsively, I feel. This new person though is going to bring you joy, happiness, playfulness, a lot of positive cards. And honestly, I feel like you have yourself to thank, Leo, because you learned self-love, you did the work, you grew and are able to express yourself now, and you radiate higher and you're attracting this person that's on your level. You do have to work on forgiveness though, because like I said, some of you, this person actually made you physically ill, like a health issue that gave you something, some kind of health concern, and hopefully it's treatable and everything. But you have to learn to forgive this person, not just for that, but for everything. It's really hard when there's stuff like that coming up to forgive someone, because it like proves that they're sleeping around or cheating or whatever. But you have to learn to forgive just for yourself, not for them, is what I'm really getting. What key messages do you want Leo to know? Do you want Leo to know? What key messages do you want Leo to know? What key messages do you want Leo to know, please? Key messages for Leo. What key messages do you have? So we have clock, paradise, karmic relationship is over. Yeah, so I feel like there's multiple messages here. The fact that, like I said in the beginning, some kind of unexpected thing happens and you think it's going to like set you back in a way, but it's not. Everything's happening in perfect timing and everything's working out how it's supposed to. You're learning to be more flexible. And that was a lesson for someone too. You wanted to control everything. I think due to some childhood stuff they didn't address, but you wanted to always have control in every situation. You're learning day by day that you can't control much at all. You can only control yourself. But other than that, like there's unpredictable things happening all the time and you're not clinging to things so hardly. You might get upset about them, but you can let them go easier. And all this growth is going to lead you to happiness, true love, everything that you want. And like I was saying before, a lot of you aren't going to forgive this person when they come back. And you're also starting to think false twin flame and karmic relationship instead. You just see this person with the rose-colored glasses falling off for the first time. Out of love, passion, lust, whatever it was, you couldn't see this person for what they really were. And I don't think it's your fault. I can see them now and they're super charming and manipulative, and it's like some people, like con artists that have like a skill in getting people to do what they want and controlling the mind in a way. That's the kind of person you were dealing with. Like they really had strong ties, either sexually or they're just a really bad person. So they have some correlation to the devil. So they just, I don't know, they just seem to just be able to use people and always get what they want. They're always winning, like a really bad person that's always winning. You never see them get their karma. You never see it play out not in their favor. It's just confusing. But anyways, this relationship's over for a lot of you. You're moved on, you're single, and you're not going to be single for long. And I feel like you already know that for all the growth that you have done on yourself. What key messages do you want Leo to know? What key messages do you have for Leo, please? What key messages do you want Leo to know? Leo, Sun, Moon, rising, Venus. Okay. Wow. So we have the Lovers and the Sun that flew out. So I have to cover this card because of the nudity, but the Lovers to me is like the love of your life card. So it's that person that you meet and you never have like an attraction to someone like that or a feeling. It's almost like telepathic, you know, from the moment you saw each other, I just heard. And that is the kind of love that you're going to be able to expect in your life, Leo. Whether it's the past person returning or whether you thought the past person was this and now you see that they're not because this new person blows them out of the water. But it's just going to be a really strong connection and it's going to bring you a lot of happiness and a lot of clarity. And then, like I said, these cards are just confirming everything that I already said. So you have this strong love coming in. Other things are benefiting you as well. Like I feel like whatever change happened is benefiting you financially. You're just more peaceful. You're more supported in some way. It benefits your life in it. Like, for example, if you're always doing night shift and you get a new job and you're working normal hours and you just feel amazing, like your health is really good. Something like that. It could be anything, but everything's kind of working out after a time of turmoil is what I'm feeling. And in the meantime, you have this strong, beautiful new connection. But the past person here, we can tell it's them again because they're holding on to your energy, but they made a decision that they have to come towards you. They want to get out of the cold. They were super guarded, they were super guarded before and ran, just like the runner card. And also guarded their heart. They didn't let you in at all. They might have actually chose a third party or something else instead of your connection, or they just partied too much and they're just really young and immature with this Page of Cups. And they screwed up the entire connection. And like I feel like beyond fixing is what I just keep hearing. But again, if it's a lover's connection, anything's possible. But I really feel like that's the new person. But then we have that they want a new beginning with you. They want to offer you something, but you can't trust them and can't believe them is what I really feel. And a lot of you are going to decline their offer and move on to something new, and you're going to get everything that you want. Others of you, this person only realized after they messed everything up that you were their person. But now it's too late. It's just, I really feel, I don't want to get too intense, but I really feel like the last time, this could be really triggering, but someone actually gave someone some sort of illness or disease, transmittable disease, or it could have been like a domestic violence thing, or they got really drunk and just did something awful or grabbed your arm or something. Last time you saw them, it was just you saw a different side of them, like a really bad side. So I feel like that's why you can finally see them for who they actually are, and they kind of scare you for some of you. They kind of actually terrify you and you really don't trust them even more. Any more messages for Leo? Any more messages for Leo? Any more messages for Leo? Sun, moon, rising. So the deck split and we have I'm not available, and I remember every detail of that day. Wow. So again, past person is all over your reading. I left you before you could leave me. I knew exactly what I was doing. You came closer than anyone. So as soon as I saw this card, I saw like a 6-year-old or something talking to their mom, like just in a really whiny voice, like really childish, whiny energy, that this person actually is probably an adult. But what I'm seeing here is they're like a child. Like they have that real immaturity about them. You don't know how hard it was to let you go. I wish I could take back my words and actions. I just heard. So not only do they want to take away their words, they want to take away their actions because they're really not happy with what they did last time. This is your reading, Leo. Let me know if it resonates. Love and light.